Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie. Today is the second part of my July wrap-up. Yes, I mentioned in the mid-month one that I had my wisdom teeth come through and they got infected. So I've kind of had a couple of days off filming because it was really hard to talk. But I'm doing better now, so it's already the 21st and I've read 6 books, so I'm going to be talking about them now, and let's just jump into it. So the first one I read was All of Us Are Birds and Some of Us Have Broken Wings by Ojo Tay. This is a poetry chapbook. I got sent this by the publisher. I really enjoyed this, gave it 4 stars. This is definitely, it's only small, but it's definitely one worth taking your time with. There are some very heavy topics. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. And then I read Mine Till Midnight by Lisa Kleypas. This is the first book in the Hathaway series. This is a historical romance. I was really excited because I loved Cam, who was in the Wallflowers series, and he is the male lead in this one, so I really like seeing him, and yeah, really enjoyed it. Gave that one 4 stars as well. And then I read another book for the BookTube prize, which I will talk about later, and yeah, cool. Then I read some more romance, some contemporary romance. I read Full Measures by Rebecca Yarros. Gave this one 4 stars, really enjoyed it. This is kind of a military and sports romance. This is my second book of hers. This is the first book in this series called Fight and Glory, about fighter pilots. I really enjoyed it. Do I say Fight and Glory? It's Flight and Glory. I don't know. And then I read Him, which is by Elle Kennedy and Sabrina Bowen. This is another sport romance. This is ice hockey as well. They're both ice hockey, because it's the only sport I care about. And this is a male romance. I gave this one 3.5. I enjoyed it, but it was just missing something for me. I'm not a big contemporary romance reader. I kind of have a bad luck with them, so give this one a go. I liked it better than I have other ones, but it's not my favourite. And then I read Lost Lives and Monarchy by Stephen Miller. This is a non-fiction book about royal portraits, English royal portraits, and or I suppose British, and yeah, I had this one from NetGalley. Really enjoyed it. I was expecting it to be a little bit more detailed, but I think it almost worked better being kind of more of a basic sort of thing, where it didn't feel the need to try and explain like every monarch in detail. It just kind of like did a kind of brief explanation of their reign and major things that happened, and then talked about different portraits and that sort of thing. So I really liked it, and I gave this one 4 stars as well. And that's what I've read so far this month. We are now into I was about to call it the BookTubeathon. We're into the reading rush, and I'm hoping to finish off quite a few books during that. So hopefully I will see you guys all soon with some more books finished. We'll see how we go. Still the 21st, but I wanted to jump back on here because I finished another book and I didn't want to get to the point where I had like another 6. So I finished off Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nagan as part of the reading rush. And yeah, so I tried to read this back in 2018 and I just couldn't get through it. But it was one of those situations where I really thought that it was me and it wasn't the book, which turned out to be completely true because I read this in 2 days and I loved it. Gave it 4 stars, thought it was really great. Yes, so finished it off, very happy, really enjoyed it. Okay, so it's the 25th today, and I finished off another book yesterday, which was The Storm Runner by J.C. Cervantes. So I say finished off, I DNF'd this one. I've tried to read this 3 different times, and I always kind of thought I was just not in the mood for it, but I just don't think this is for me, which makes me really, really sad, because this is a book with lots of diversity in it. It's by an author of colour, it has characters of colour in there, the main character also has a disability, and it's also about mythology. It's put out by Rick Riordan Presents. It kind of sounded like my dream book, and I even have a signed copy, but I just couldn't get into it. And when it comes to the disability, I don't know, I said this in the little review that I wrote on Goodreads. I don't know if this changes later in the book, but there was kind of a lot of language about his disability at the start. He uses a cane and he walks with a limp, and there was just a lot of stuff in there that made me really uncomfortable. As someone who also has a physical disability, I don't use a cane, but I do walk with a limp, and that just kind of, I don't know, there was just some stuff in there that just kind of made me feel a little uncomfortable about how it was being described, and yeah, I don't know if that kind of changed later on as opinions changed, but that was just my thoughts on that one. And I'm hoping, I've still got a few more days to finish off a couple of books that I'm in the middle of, so I'm hoping I can get those ones done. Okay, it's the 29th today, I think. What are days anymore? I finished up Roland Bohmby by Melissa Lukashenko a couple of days ago, and I just kept forgetting to film this bit. So I read this as part of the Stella Project, which is a book club I run where we read the backlist of the Stella Prize. I will link it below if you're interested. I gave this one 3 stars. I'd say maybe like it's a 3.5. I really liked it. I think it's a great story, but there were just 2 particular events that I don't want to talk about because they'll spoil things, but they were just so difficult for me to read on a personal level that it kind of decreased my enjoyment of the book. I am very interested to read her other book, which was also nominated for the prize, which is called Too Much Lip. So yeah, I'm glad that I read this one, but yeah, those 2 things were just a little too much for me. And that's it. Those are all the books that I got to read in July. I was hoping to finish a couple more off at the end of the month, but I was just in a bit of a slump. Nothing I was reading was what I wanted to be reading, so that's it. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!